Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Nitagoro Haribo, 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 Guru Haribo, Nitagoro Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Gora Haribol. Jai Prabhupada ki, Jai Iskon Guru Vrinda ki, Jai Guru Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Iskon Disciple Course ki, Jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's class. First of all, we want to apologize for postponing last class. And somehow or the other, what can we do when the environmental forces become uncontrollable? We have to just adapt. Okay, having said that, today we are going to deal with ISKCON Gurus, lesson 4, ISKCON Gurus. And there we are going to explore the qualities of a disciple, the attitude of an ISKCON Guru, Gurus and ISKCON authority instructions, Gurus outside of ISKCON. So these are the topics we are going to give flesh to deal with them. But before then, we want to remind ourselves of some of the salient things we talked about in our last class. Last class was on Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON founder Acharya. And there, I can remember, we talk of who a founder is. A founder is one who gives basic support to, like one who arranges the foundation of a house. ISKCON is a house, and it's Srila Prabhupada who laid the foundation. So it's the founder. He gives the support. He gives the structural framework. He defines the types of programs, that we, engage devotees from the morning till night. And the activities devotees are expected to do for the whole day. Then he gave the 7 purposes of ISKCON. He registered the movements, and he established the 4 regulative principles as the guiding principles, foundational principles. And Srila Prabhupada, he scheduled the time for giving Srimad Bhagavatam, the time for doing Mangalati, the time for giving Srimad Bhagavatam class, the time for Harinam Sankirtan. He established programs, component programs like Food for Life, college preaching, scientific preaching. He established Ratha Yatra and many other programs he established. Farm communities, schools, and up to tomorrow, these programs are going on. Ratha Yatras, deity worships. Up to tomorrow, these programs are going on. And that makes him the founder Acharya. He gave the basic instructions on how to run the movement. And he started it for the first time, this month. So, and how it can exist perpetually with all the instructions. So he's the founder Acharya. And we ask, what are some ways that Srila Prabhupada functioned as the founder Acharya? I've just enumerated some of them. But we are all doing Guru Puja, the program called Guru Puja. whereby we worship Srila Prabhupada every morning. That program was established by him. He established book distribution, transcendental book distribution. Most devotees, including you and me, we come to this movement through the books we got from other devotees. And it's a way of sharing the compassion that we have gotten from the parampara. When you get something very good, you would like to share it with others. So Srila Prabhupada made that arrangement that we should not keep the knowledge to ourselves. We should also give the opportunity for others to connect. That people are suffering because of ignorance. Now we know that when you get this knowledge and you put it into practice, you can become free. So let us give the opportunity to others. So that overflowing compassion from Srila Prabhupada, translated into this book printing and book distribution program, the Food for Life program, then establishing schools in different parts of the world, establishing schools, farm communities, scientific preaching programs, establishing the 4 regulative principles for guiding devotees, Ratayatra, deity worship. And in this way, he has built a house in which the whole world can live. This house is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So as long as you are in this house, conduct yourself accordingly. Do not leave. And we say every devotee, each and every devotee in ISKCON has a unique relationship with Srila Prabhupada. We all have a unique relationship with Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because the whole movement is guided by the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada. And to the degree we are able to follow these instructions, to that degree we become better devotees. And those who are gurus now, they follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada to become gurus. And even the new person who has not taken initiation is advised to chant Srila Prabhupada pranam mantras when he offers obeisances. He should recite Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantras. But when you take initiation, you first recite your guru's pranam, then you recite Srila Prabhupada. But if you are not initiated yet, you just go ahead to recite Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra. So every devotee reads Srila Prabhupada books. So we are associating with Srila Prabhupada through his books and through his instructions. As long as we are obeying the chanting of the 16 rounds, we are following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. As long as we are obeying the 4 regulative principles, we are following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So everybody, foundationally, have a unique relationship with grandfather Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then we went further to say that Srila Prabhupada is the specially empowered representative of Krishna because Lord Chaitanya came to liberate, to kill the demoniac mentality of people in Kali Yuga. He did not want to kill with weapons, but he came to kill the demoniac mentality, the rebellious, deviant mentality of the living entities in Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come to kill that mentality and replace it with positive mental culture, whereby God is recognized as the Father and recognized as the protector and the supreme well-wisher. So he said, as he come, they said it was a prediction. Lord Chaitanya predicted, Bhaktivinoda predicted, that taking the sharp swords, this Lord Chaitanya, of the congregational chanting of the holy name, the weapon Lord Chaitanya came with to destroy the demoniac mentality of the people in Kali Yuga, is the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the weapon that Srila Prabhupada came with. Okay? And he said, I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of all the conditioned souls. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles, go far to far off countries, then my Senapati Bhakta, that is my specially empowered devotee, will come at that time to give them that same Krishna consciousness they are running away from. So Srila Prabhupada is the one that fulfilled this prediction. Srila Prabhupada fulfilled this prediction. You can see many Indians in all parts of the world, including Ghana, Nigeria, any corner of the world. Indians are there. They have run there. They have come to the West to look for money. They think that spiritual culture is too much. Let me go out and look for money and try to blend material culture. They're telling me, don't. Let me go somewhere where we do, without feeling guilty. Then it's like Prabhupada spread his tentacle. Lord Chaitanya spread his tentacle through Srila Prabhupada to trap them, to spread the net of Krishna consciousness. So you just trap them, they find themselves in the nets. Somehow or the other, what they are running away from, they get it. Then those of us who are far away also, by that extension, we have also gotten the opportunity to participate. So that person who fulfilled that prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is His Divine Grace, La A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Is the one. That is our Srila Prabhupada. So then we ask some questions. He said, what do we need to do to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generations? Then we came up with some points, again, in a brainstorming exercise, that following strictly the regulatory principles as established by Srila Prabhupada, that means if we strictly follow the rules and regulations or the regulatory principles established by Srila Prabhupada, that is, we can keep Srila Prabhupada as the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru in this country. If everybody continue to follow them exemplarily, all those who are coming to join will come and see exemplary followers. Then naturally, they will follow also, because they will see that what they are telling us to do, they themselves are doing it. They are showing by example. So that becomes natural for them to also follow. So if we are following the regulatory principles, it's a way of, yes, maintaining Srila Prabhupada's house for future generations. Then we say, not only maintaining regulatory principles, but we should also regularly study Srila Prabhupada books and also distribute Srila Prabhupada books very widely. That's another way of maintaining Srila Prabhupada as the founder, Acharya, and preeminent guru of ISKCON for future generation. Then we also said that we should celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja every day, as we have in the temple every 7 o'clock or 7:30. 7 o'clock, yes. It depends on different locations anyway. But around 7:30, Guru Puja, Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja is compulsorily done in every established ISKCON temple. So, and we are doing it. Then we should regularly read and study Srila Prabhupada books. We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books. Then those who are already Diksha gurus, those who are initiating gurus and Siksha gurus in ISKCON, they should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. They should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. Our own gurus, current gurus, should regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. Not that they receive the services, oh, I'm a guru, so I receive everything. They are worshiping me. No. They should immediately point to us that all glory to Srila Prabhupada. It is by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that I am doing this on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, so I'm not receiving any glory. All glories go to Srila Prabhupada. That should be their mentality. And they should spread that among their disciples. So regularly do Guru Puja, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Puja, as conducted. Yes, we said that. Then we should continue to protest Srila Prabhupada, or to project. We should continue to project Srila Prabhupada in all projects and missions. Like if we have a farm community, the signboard should contain Founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. If you have our temples, our signboards should contain Founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. If you have any school project and we make the signboard, it should contain, we make letter headings of any kind, there should be provision for of space for Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya, AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. We make our life membership passports, it should be there. Founder Acharya, like AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Any kind of card to print, we should include that. And when we are making posters for festivals, we should include that. Founder Acharyas, the AC Bhaktivedanta Swami, with the Prabhupada's picture, all our letter headings. So that's another way of maintaining that loyalty and projecting the Prabhupada for future generations, so to also come and receive him. The devotees should exemplarily follow the principles as established by Prabhupada and regularly quote the Prabhupada when we are preaching. And we should constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 purposes of ISKCON. The 7 purposes of ISKCON, we posted it on the group. So if you go there, you can print them out. The 7 purposes of ISKCON. The 7 purposes of ISKCON. They are in the group. So you can print them out or write them out with your own handwriting and regularly abreast yourself with them. So that was last class. And now we say today we are coming to ISKCON Gurus. And it is divided into like 4 different subtopics. Qualities of a disciple, attitude of an ISKCON Guru, ISKCON Gurus and ISKCON authorities, instructions, Gurus outside of ISKCON. Okay, so in that, we are going to start with the qualities of a disciple. So first of all, just as we are going to talk about qualities of a guru, we want to start with qualities of a disciple. What do you think should be the qualities, important qualities of a disciple? Let us bring some of them out in a brainstorming exercise. What are the qualities? What are the qualities a disciple will have that will enable us to consider him a good disciple? What are the qualities that endears a disciple to his guru? What are the qualities of a good disciple? We expect the guru to be qualified. The disciple should be qualified also, so that the combination will yield powerful results, positive results. If the guru is qualified and disciple is not qualified, then there will be dragging. The guru, somebody will be dragging somebody down, or somebody will be pulling somebody backwards. But if the disciple is qualified and the guru is qualified, like a tire and a vehicle, if the tire is okay and is well pumped and is fixed and properly aligned, it will carry the vehicle to wherever it's going very smoothly. But if there are some holes in the tire, there will be serious problem on the way. So what are some of the qualities that a disciple should possess in order for him to endear himself to his spiritual master? Brainstorm. The answers are not in my hand. Hare Krishna, Bhakti Israel.
Prabhu, I think that disciple should be submissive to the spiritual master. That's the one quality that disciple should have.
A disciple should be submissive. Submissive. Yes. The submissiveness does not mean blind following. It should be submissive to the instructions of the spiritual master, and where he does not understand something, he should ask the spiritual master submissively. He should inquire from him. Gurudev, each time I try chanting, my mind is taking me everywhere. How can I stop the mind from wandering during japa? You should ask the guru, whatever is not, it needs clarification of, you should ask the guru. But not in a challenging mood, but in a submissive spirit. The spirit of submission and devotion. That is the spirit of the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, a devotee should be submissive to his spiritual master. Yeah. Yes, come up with something. What are the things that if you do as a guru, as a disciple, you think that will please the guru? It will make the guru look at you as advancing disciple. Yes. Come on. There are very many. You should unmute and say something.
Okay, devotee should be obedient to spiritual master.
Hmm?
Obey the instructions.
You should be obedient to be submissive. Okay.
And okay, should be inquire. Should always inquire. Always wants to
inquire. Okay.
Inquire.
Okay.
Yes, Father.
Is to take the instructions of the guru to heart and practice, follow the instructions of the guru.
Yes, Father.
It should not be in the mood of wanting to just argue with the guru, trying to see, difficulty in every instruction. No, it should be ready to, willing to carry out the instructions of the guru. Yes, more qualities. It should follow the regulative principles very strictly. It should regularly study Srila Prabhupada's books and try to put into practice whatever he has learned there. To practice tolerance, self-control, humility, simplicity, Yes. You have a strong determination to follow the principles, yes. More qualities of a disciple. A disciple who wants a Paka guru, who wants a powerful guru, qualified guru. You should also be qualified also. So some things you need to do, some work you need to do on your consciousness. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, back to Felicia.
A disciple should associate with all the other devotees, like the senior devotees, and everybody. A disciple should be able to associate with everybody.
It should associate positively with everybody. But if it comes across somebody, some devotee that is always trying to blaspheme other devotees, that devotee that is grown truth, he doesn't see any good thing in anyone, he's always complaining about every other devotee, he should give that devotee a distance, but he should respect him in his heart, but it should not go too close because it can be contaminated. Understand?
Right. Yes, sir.
But he should actually select his association. He should should choose to associate with those devotees he see that are following. If he sees a devotee following strictly, you should try to endeavor to associate with that devotee. If he sees a devotee eager to attend all programs, he should associate with that devotee. If he sees a devotee who is eager to listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, he should associate with that devotee. If he sees a devotee that is ready to study the scriptures systematically, like we are doing now, there are other courses. If he sees a devotee that is interested in studying, he should associate with that devotee. If he sees a devotee that is always chanting, he should try to associate with that devotee. If he sees a devotee that never complains when it's time for services, cleaning or temple, sweeping or any other menial service, a devotee that doesn't complain about service, he should associate with that devotee. He should associate with devotees who are exemplary. in their conducts. Very good. It's a very serious point. While simultaneously avoiding unholy association. Is to dissociate from devotees who sneak to go and buy long breads and put akara or kose inside it and squeeze the oil, let the oil enter the bread, and he close the door and he start gomadizing it. Those kind of devotees, he should distance himself from them. Otherwise, before he realize, he will start doing the same thing also. And the consciousness with which the kose maker made it, the oil with which he fried the akara, sometimes he use the same oil to fry fish also, but you don't know. There is some devotees like the taste of those food prepared by non-devotees. They see that means they are struggling with controlling their tongue. Devotees like that, just give them this and you respect them, but that particular action they are into, you don't like, because it will not help you. So you just distance yourself. Understand? You distance yourself from such devotees. But you respect them in your heart because they have other good qualities also. But that particular quality, you don't want to also imbibe it. So you dissociate yourself, you just distance yourself as much as possible. Then when that same devotee is also interested in chanting and is always in the temple room chanting during Japa time, that aspect you like also. During Japa, you also stay and chant. That should be a motivation to you. So try to pick any good thing in every devotee and try to emulate that, associate with him based on the good qualities, the exemplary qualities that he has imbibed himself. Okay. Otherwise, to save yourself, you give a distance. Okay. You see some devotees always talking about money, how to make money, how to make money, how to make money, how to make money. So be careful. If you are a new devotee, you want to increase your spiritual life, you should give some distance to such devotees until maybe when you become very mature yourself, that nothing can shake you. You don't take association, you give association to such devotees. You tell him about the positive side. You yourself can preach to him. Otherwise, if you cannot, then give a distance. Okay. These are many more devotees. There are 26 qualities of a devotee. And any devotee who possesses any of these qualities should try to associate with him based on that. A devotee who is self-controlled, who is not interested in dancing mundane music, a devotee who is not interested in, reading unnecessary newspapers, devotees who are interested in studying scriptures, go close to them. Okay, if you are practicing this and you have a proper service attitude, you don't shy away from any service given to you, you are ready to do. The spiritual master will be pleased with you. And even your immediate authorities will be pleased with you. So, positive qualities we should endeavor to acquire. Then what should be the attitude of an ISKCON guru in regards to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada? Before you take somebody as a guru, you have to also become motivated by his own exemplary devotional attitudes also. So there are certain things you check, just as the guru is checking to see whether you are ready. You should also observe properly how a particular guru does his things. If he's really attached to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, if a guru is attached to chanting, a guru is attached, he never have any time for any other thing, but only talking about Krishna. He doesn't waste time on unnecessary things. Or some things on qualities that should attract you in a guru. Not that if a guru knows how to dance, if he dances very nicely, then you are attracted to him and you want to become his disciple based on how he dances. That is not enough. Or maybe how he smiles. I like this guru because the way he smiles, it affects my heart. That is not enough. I like this guru because the way he dresses so nicely, so gorgeously. Therefore, I would like to take shelter of him. No, there are certain qualities in a guru. So there are appropriate attitudes and there are inappropriate attitudes also. That means wherever there is right, there is left in this world of duality. So there are appropriate attitudes that we expect an ISKCON guru to embody. So what are some appropriate attitudes of an ISKCON guru in respect or with respect to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada? First, proper attitude of a guru in regard to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada is that the guru doesn't compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. He does not speculate. A guru that does not speculate about the teachings, he doesn't compromise, he doesn't adulterate. I take this side, I like this side, I don't like this side. A guru who received the teachings of Srila Prabhupada fully, without any adulteration, no bringing in something different in the name of bringing something new. No. We want somebody who is loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. That is one quality. A guru must be loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Okay? When a guru has such attitude, he doesn't compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada under any circumstance. We see that he has a positive, appropriate attitude towards Srila Prabhupada's teaching. That is one basic qualification. A guru must have appropriate attitude. And that first translates into not adulterating. Okay, no problem. Network demon is always attacking. But don't go because of that demon. So that is one point. He should be loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And also, a guru should be well versed in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. That means he's somebody who must have affinity. He has affinity for studying Srila Prabhupada's books. And he knows very deeply. And he can quote Srila Prabhupada regularly and to support whatever thing he's saying. He should be able to make reference to what Srila Prabhupada has said about it. He should be a Prabhupadanunga, a follower, staunch follower of Srila Prabhupada. Yes. And also, most importantly, a guru should be a staunch follower of Srila Prabhupada, both in his teachings and in his behavior. That's why our gurus are called acharyas. Acharya means one who leads by example. One who leads by example is an acharya. So a guru should be that. A bona fide guru must have this positive attitude. He must be loyal to Srila Prabhupada, or he must represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. Okay? Both in his teachings and in his behaviors. Also, there is a diagram in page 23 of the student's handbook. How many of you have student handbook? Babajis, how many of you have the student's handbook? We send the soft copy to you so that you can print it out. You're supposed to print out the student handbook so that you can, like you can see, this is page 23 of the student handbook. And there is a diagram like this. And I want to explain this diagram. It would have been nice if you have it. You see? My laptop is not ready, so I'm unable to display it in a PowerPoint. But you should have the student handbook so that you can refer to it. So there is a structure there. There is a structure there. And on this structure, or in this structure, Srila Prabhupada is on the top. I don't know. It will be difficult to explain it like this, to hold it to explain it like this. It will be difficult because it's not going to be very clear. Srila Prabhupada is on top of the structure. You can see. Srila Prabhupada is on top of the structure. Then you have the GBC body. Right directly under Srila Prabhupada, you have the GBC body. This GBC body is the ultimate governing body of ISKCON. All the gurus are members of the GBC. Then some selected senior devotees are included. Srila Prabhupada himself set up the governing body commission so that when he leaves, the GBC members will continue to manage the movement effectively, following his instructions. So Srila Prabhupada gave this structure, and he founded the GBC, the governing body commission, and he selected some disciples to be part of that. And up to today, this body is the highest body in ISKCON. All the gurus are accountable to this body. All the sannyasis are accountable to this body. That means the gurus themselves are being checked. There are boundaries, operational boundaries, and these boundaries are spelled out in this structure. Who is accountable to who? So the GBC is accountable to Srila Prabhupada. The sannyas ministry is accountable to Srila Prabhupada. The gurus are accountable to the GBC also. The sannyasis are accountable to the GBC so that they are not independent. You see, directly accountable to the GBC is the Guru Service Committee. This is where they appoint the gurus. They will nominate a particular guru, and that nominee guru will be given some years. And each year he is given an operational field of activity. Then every year he gives account of his activity to the GBC. Then if the GBC is satisfied with his activities, and if there is no complaint from that zone is managing about his personal conduct, then the years are reduced until finally he will be given initiation as a guru. He becomes a guru himself. Then on the other side, you see the sannyas ministry. This sannyas ministry is also directly under the GBC. Sannyas ministry is accountable to the GBC. Guru Service Committee is accountable to the GBC. So the GBC is the ultimate governing body of ISKCON. Now, this is the structure established by Srila Prabhupada. Then under the GBC also, we have the regional body, like you have the regional committee, regional regional council. And the regional council is also accountable to the GBC. Then the sannyasis come under the sannyas ministry. In the sannyas ministry, before somebody can become a sannyas, it will be vetted by this committee. Every year, they evaluate his activities and reduce the year until finally it becomes a sannyasi. So every year, we have 2 sannyas candidates visiting us in Ghana here. When they come, we also observe them and we send a report of their activities to the GBC every year until 5 years become 4 years, 4 years become 3 years, 3 years become 2 years, 2 years become 1 year. Then eventually is given a sannyas. Because these positions are big positions of big responsibilities. So before you put somebody there, the person must meet some criteria. And that's why this yearly evaluation is necessary. And this is the structure. We must function within the structure in order to be seen as bona fide. Then, under those bodies, before you come to get temple presidents, operational bodies, temple president, Namata preaching center coordinators, then temple residents, devotees and disciples, then congregational members. So this is the structure. Please print your copy out. Print your copy out so that you can acclimatize yourself, become conversant with this structure established. This is the governing body, the structure of ISKCON, administrative structure of ISKCON. And each person is accountable to somebody. Every person is accountable to somebody. That means the gurus do not operate whimsically. They are accountable to the GBC. The regional authorities are accountable to the GBCs. The temple presidents are accountable to the gurus, and the gurus are accountable to the GBC. The sannyasis are accountable to the GBC. So there is check and balance. This is the structure. Having said that, now we want to say, yes, what should be the guru's attitudes in dealing with the authority structure? That is the next question. What should be the guru's attitudes in dealing with the authority structure? Because this structure is there, the guru has his place. He did not become guru by himself. He passed through a process to become guru. People nominated him, they vetted him yearly, they evaluated his activities until he becomes guru. So he's not independent. He must act within the structure. And there are benefits of acting within the structure, and there are disadvantages also of acting outside of the structure. So, first, the gurus should be under the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. Okay? They are gurus, but they have to be accountable to the GBC. Then a guru should also preach to his disciples to follow the authorities and the GBC instructions. If a guru preaches contrary, he gives contrary directions to his disciples, if he tells his disciples to minimize the authority of the GBC, then he is deviating. The guru is deviating. So the guru must instruct his disciples to abide by the directions of the GBC. After all, he himself is following. He must be following to be able to direct his disciples to follow also. So he should follow, his disciples to follow. You don't act whimsically, you don't create some rules and regulations by yourself because you have become a guru. Then you begin to function on a different periphery, ignoring the GBC. No. The GBC will check your activities. There is checks and balance. Then it should not become independent and autonomous. Everything that comes to him belongs to ISKCON. The gurus do not own personal properties. Everything that comes to the guru actually belongs to ISKCON. Anything that the guru owns, even if he establishes a farm community, the farm community does not belong to him. The farm community belongs to ISKCON. If the disciples give the guru some nice buses or buy a house for him, so that house belongs to ISKCON. If they buy a bus for him, the bus actually belongs to ISKCON. As long as it is there operating, he uses it. But if something happens that the guru wants to leave, he cannot take the properties away. They all belong to ISKCON. So that is it. Everything that belongs to the guru belongs to ISKCON. Therefore, a guru should be accountable to the GBC. A guru is not the ultimate authority. The GBC is an authority over the guru. That's why if reports of a particular guru comes to the GBC can summon the guru in the GBC meeting and query him so that he can explain exactly what happened. If they are satisfied, if they are not satisfied, they can sanction him. So please, no, we are still in the material world, so everybody should be accountable to somebody, and that will protect. If you are accountable to the structure will protect you. Yes, and if you protect the structure will protect you also. But if you disregard the structure, you will have problems. So gurus, even though they are very high authority, they are not the ultimate authorities. GBC is superior to the gurus. So what is good about the structure that is noteworthy according to what we understand? What do you think is good about this structure? If there is a structure like this, whereby each and everyone is accountable to someone, what is good about it? What do you think is good about having a structure like this? Huh? What is good about having a functioning structure where there is check and balance? What is good about the structure that is noteworthy? One, what is good about it is that everyone is acting under some authority. Everyone is acting under some supervision, kind of. Everyone is acting under Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Everyone in this movement, whether you are Guru, you are Sannyasi, you are GBC, we are all acting under Srila Prabhupada's instruction. So that is good about him. What is good about that is that there is no speculation, there is no double standards. These instructions are given by Srila Prabhupada, and everyone, including the gurus, are acting according to these instructions. So the structure protects the members of the movement. Each and every person is being watched by someone else. That is good because people will become accountable. The sense of accountability will be awakened in the members of the movement if they know that they are being watched. Each and every one, the gurus themselves are being watched. The sannyasis are being watched. The regional authorities are being watched. The temple presidents are being watched. So it awakens the sense of accountability, or it solidifies the sense of accountability. That means everyone is accountable to somebody. Everyone in the movement is accountable to somebody and everyone else. And again, positively speaking, each and everyone's needs and values are being taken care of. If you are a guru and you have some needs, the GBC body is there to address those needs. If you are a sannyasi, and you have some needs for you to do your preaching very well, the sannyas vetting committee, sannyas committee is there to look into it. And by extension, the GBC. Each and everyone's needs and values are being taken care of. Understand? Whatever you need to be able to operate properly in the capacity allotted to you is being taken care of by the structure. So that is good. That is good. So these are just few points. What is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? One, everyone is acting under the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. That is good. Then secondly, each one is being watched by everyone else. That means everyone is accountable to somebody and everyone else. You don't do things whimsically. You are being watched. And you can be queried. You can be summoned. You can be reported. And you can be summoned to come and clarify. Then everyone's needs and values are being taken care of if we function within the structure. So, structure is good. The structure is good. It is beautiful to have a structure, okay? Otherwise, people become whimsical, they start doing things on their own, go to extremes. Okay, because of our situation, we do this, we go to extreme, and we can bend so many of our operational activities and begin to go whimsical. Sometimes we can even stop doing Mangalati morning program. Say my place is too cold. So that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock is too early for anybody to wake. Before you realize, all the members of that place will be waking up by 7 o'clock. But the structure is there. Somebody will query, somebody will report that look at what is happening here. Then there's someone, the temple president there, say, we hear that this is what is going on in your temple. Why is it so? Then you explain, and if you cannot convince them, they chastise you and give you probation and tell you to go back and conduct yourself properly. And they are watching, taking note of that. So that is good, so that we can check deviations. Understand? The natural propensity to deviate is there in all human beings. Those who are physically embodied, they have the natural propensity to deviate. So there should be some checks and balances in place to conduct their activities on track. Okay. Now, are there some questions or commentaries on this point so far? Are there some questions and commentaries on this point so far? Otherwise, we progress. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Please, I was not able to get the quality of a guru when they were giving it.
Okay, the qualities of a guru.
Yes, Prabhu.
First of all, okay, it's okay. We are going to spell out the qualities more clearly later, but in this regard, there are it is two-dimensional. Appropriate attitude, not qualities per se, attitude. Okay, for now, but later we'll come to the qualities of the guru in some separate class. But appropriate attitude of the guru towards ISKCON authority structure. So for that, we explain the diagram that is there. that the gurus, first of all, should be loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. To be loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada without compromise, without adulteration, without bringing in something strange, is a proper attitude. You got that? We say in this regard, where we are now, the attitude of the guru is two-dimensional. It's split into two. One is appropriate attitude towards the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Second, appropriate attitude of the guru towards ISKCON line of authority or the structure. So we are taking the first one, appropriate attitude of an ISKCON guru with regards to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. One, no compromise. A guru should not compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. No adulteration, no bringing in anything strange from any mental speculation. It should be loyal to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Okay? Then two, it should be well versed in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And three, it should represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behaviors. He should not come and teach something different from what Srila Prabhupada is teaching. He can explain the same thing from different angle, but not a different teaching from somewhere else. And to make it work properly, he must conduct himself behaviorally. His behavior must conform. It must be the same with the teachings. So this is an appropriate attitude of the guru towards Srila Prabhupada teachings. Do you get it?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
That is not all. That is the first leg. The second leg is that is to have appropriate attitude toward the ISKCON authority structure. Okay? This ISKCON authority structure is this one that we are showing on page 23 of the student handbook. This is the authority structure. Are you seeing it? Though it's not going to be clear, but you're supposed to have your own student handbook. So that I go to page 23 there. This is the structure. And in the structure, on top of it, you see Srila Prabhupada. Boom. Then under Srila Prabhupada, you see the GBC. Boom. Then on one part, you see the Guru Service Committee. On the left side, you see the Sannyas Committee or Sannyas Ministry. The sannyasis are under the Sannyas Ministry, while the Gurus are under the Guru Services Committee. Then you see the regional bodies also there. Then you see the temple presidents, operational departments, temple presidents, project managers. Then under them you see the devotees, both temple residents and outside devotees. Then you also see the congregation on the right end. So this is the structure. They must work in harmony. They must work in harmony. Each person on the lower Keda must be accountable to the person on the upper Keda. That means there are boundaries. There are activities, regulations in each and every department. So the one lower should be accountable to the one upper in. So there is checks and balance. So a guru's activity must respect this authority. A guru must function under this authority line. A guru's activities are being cross-checked by the GBC. You get it? The guru's activities are fair cross-checked by Guru Service Committee. Then if it is too much for them to handle, it goes to the GBC. So a guru's activities must conform with the structure. That is the first. Yes. Gurus should be under the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. Then he should also preach to his disciples to follow authorities and GBC instructions. A guru should not try to disobey the GBC or instruct the disciples to act whimsically in dissonance with the structure. No, he should encourage his followers and disciples to act according to the directions of the GBC. Then it should not become independent and autonomous. Okay? Everything that comes to him belongs to the movement. Not that because you have become guru and you have succeeded in establishing some communities and then you want to be lord of that community, you try to break away, that you are separate from ISKCON, so that you will be the ultimate authority of that community. No. Whatever you acquire, whatever you establish actually belongs to ISKCON. So the GBC can come and say, okay, you have stayed too long here and we are hearing complaints like this. You can go to some other area. We can change your field of activity. It's not independent. It's dependent on the directives of the GBC. So these are some of the points we raise under the appropriate attitude of the guru towards ISKCON authority or ISKCON authority structure. So when you put the two together, appropriate attitude of ISKCON gurus in regards to Srila Prabhupada teachings and appropriate authority of ISKCON gurus in regards to the authority structure. You put them together, you have very good points. Okay? Okay. That is about that. Yes, somebody's hand is up.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, my question is, if you look at the organization structure or the organogram of the ISKCON, you see that the top is we have from there we have the GPC, SCIANCI, and all that. My question is, which measures is taken to checkmate GPC? What measures taken to make sure that the GPC is checkmated?
Wait first, your voice is necessary. I know that your area, the network is very, very unstable. So can you start again?
Oh, the question is, if you look at the organizational structure or the organogram of this ISKCON, look at the top, you see Srila Prabhupada. Then you see the GBC, I see Guru Sangha at the rest. Now my question is, which measures is to check the GBC, just as the GBC checkmates others?
Okay. Everybody on this platform will say that your voice is in ecstasy. The network is affecting it. So I understood it to the point of the question. Say, which measures do we, that area became very unclear again towards the end. I understand
I'm talking about, okay.
It's better now.
I'm talking about I'm talking about the measures, just as the GBC, the SCIANCI, the Guru service are being checkmated by the GBC. So what measures taken to checkmate the GBC?
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So if you go into the details there, the GBCs are all senior members. And Srila Prabhupada's instructions are what is used to checkmate them. That means whatever they are doing must conform with Srila Prabhupada's instruction. They should be able to quote authoritatively what they are to justify what they are doing, whatever decision they are taking from Srila Prabhupada's instructions, so that other members of the GBC can also go and make their research to confirm that Srila Prabhupada actually said this. So Srila Prabhupada instructions serves as the ultimate regulator for the GBC. Okay? The GBC body, yes, Srila Prabhupada instructions. And in fact, the gurus can also help in making the research. Sannyasis can also help in making the research, but directly other GBC members, because the GBC is made up of the most experienced devotees or disciples. So they will be able to make research to authenticate what a particular person is saying. If it is on course or if it is off course. If it is a speculation from the person's mental factory, they will be able to identify that and they will trash it out in their own meetings. So ultimately, we say that it is Srila Prabhupada's instructions that are there to checkmate the activities of the GBC. And the GBC body is there to check and regulate the activities of the gurus and the sannyasis and the regional bodies. And temple presidents' activities are regulated by the regional body, and Namata activities are regulated by the regional body, and the guru also regulates all the activities of the regional body, and also temple presidents and Namata coordinators, temple resident devotees and congregational disciples. Do you get it?
I get it now. I'm clear now. I'm clear.
Yeah. In the organogram, the GBC is the top, but they are not the top. They are under Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is the top of the organogram.
Okay.
So his direction, his instructions are there to checkmate the activities of the GBC. But other GBC members have to make research to bring out references, relevant references to help checkmate any wild imagination of any GBC member and to put him back on track. And for the fact that there are many, one person cannot outsmart the rest. So it's the proper instruction. Say, you said this.
Yeah.
Okay, where exactly is the proper book? Where does the proper say this? As far as I've read, the proper said like this, like this, like this. And this is what it means. Another person said, yes, I also got a similar thing from Chaitanya Charitamrita like this. And this is what it meant. Another person will say like this. So where did you get this extra this thing from? Then you bring that. It said in this Chandogya Upanishad, this Prabhupada called that because the Prabhupada extracted the essence of all the Vedas, because the Vedas are so wide that you can get lost. So he extracted the essence and brought the essence as the ripened fruit to us. So why are you thinking that you are more intelligent than the Prabhupada, that you are going to look for something else that you didn't? Where did exactly this Prabhupada say this? Like this, in this way, there are checks and balances. The structure is good. So, and that's why I say, what is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? And one thing is that, number one is that everyone is acting under the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. That is what is good about this structure now. Then secondly, each one is being watched by everyone. That means everyone is accountable to somebody and everyone else. Then everyone's needs and values are being taken care of by the structure. So this is why the structure is beautiful. So having said that, we gravitate towards the next subtopic, multiple lines of authority. So in this regard, there are two basic lines of authority. Two basic lines of authority. One is spiritual line of authority, And the other one is managerial line of authority. This is structure. 2 lines of authority. Spiritual line of authority, then managerial line of authority. So here, the guru is the ultimate spiritual authority of his disciple. That means he has taken responsibility to take him back home, back to Godhead. So he gives instructions situationally to his disciples. He will look at his disciple, evaluate his level situationally, evaluate his challenges situationally, and he will prefer situational solution. So different strokes for different folks. This is situational, but this is done by the guru to his disciples because he knows his disciples very well individually. He knows their level of consciousness, he knows their level of spiritual evolution, and therefore he knows how to approach their matter situationally. Then that spiritual line of authority, he has taken personal responsibility to take him back home, back to Godhead. But in the structural line of authority, administrative line of authority, the GBC is on the top, and therefore is the topmost decision-making body under Srila Prabhupada. And this authority, the GBC is there on the top, the gurus are there, the regional body is there, the temple presidents are there, the congregational members are there. The temple presidents are working under the directions of the gurus. The gurus are working under the direction of Srila Prabhupada. The GBC is working under the direction of Srila Prabhupada. So naturally there must be harmony because operational line of authority, operational manager will not give instructions that will contradict the spiritual line of authority because everything is meant to please the Prabhupada. And a temple president cannot tell somebody to break principles and the person will just obey because he's the temple president. The temple president cannot connive with somebody, say, oh, go and bring so girl for me. Go and book a guest house for me and bring so Mataji for me. Then you go and follow. No, you have to challenge because the operational line of authority must work in harmony with the spiritual line of authority. So once any operational authority is telling you to deviate, you can challenge him or you can report him to your spiritual master or spiritual line of authority for them to look into it, summon him for query. Like that. You don't do it out of envy, but if there are evidences that operational line of authority is deviating, you can take his matter to the higher authority for them to check. So that is one way. And if we follow the structure and act according to our structural boundaries in the organogram, definitely we will have more strength, we will have more impact, we will render more services, and the society will feel our impact more than anything else. That means we are working together as a team. We are working together as a team. And the example of a broomstick is given. That if a broom is in a bundle, it is very easy. It is very difficult to break that bundle of broom. With the bundle of broom, you can sweep your room very effectively. With the bundle of broom, you can do things together and achieve desirable results that will be satisfying to everyone. But if these broomsticks are separated from the bundle and if they are to act individually, they cannot do anything effectively. They will create less impact, and they can easily be broken by even a child. So if we are able to work together as a body, respecting these structural boundaries, if we are ready to function within the confines of the structural boundaries, we see that we can achieve more. We will get collective spiritual potency as an organization to be able to ward off negative projections towards the organization by the society itself. And also the individual members of the organizations will become more protected. If we are able to work together, we can borrow strength, we can get strength from other devotees. If our intention is one, to follow the regulatory principles, function under the structure. If we function under the structure will protect us. And then if we protect the structure will protect us. But if we try to go out of the structure, we become like a broomstick that is separated from the bundle. We can easily be broken to pieces. So, and we have less impact on the community, you see, in any form. So the point is, we should centralize, we should work together as a team. And we should, though individuality is respected because everybody have his individual talent, but there should be harmony. All our individual talents should be harmonized within the organizational structure, so that essentially we achieve something greater for Srila Prabhupada. So the structure binds us together. It's beautiful. The structure binds us together if we are all following, if we are all acting accordingly. And there will be harmony. And ISKCON being a global family, there will be synergy, there will be more expansion, there will be easy sustenance if we all work within the confines, within the operational boundaries as defined in the structure. So we generate collective potency. We generate collective potency, and we have the synergy, harness the synergistic energy to be able to achieve things more impacts. So if we are able to work within the confines of the structure, respecting boundaries, there are unlimited benefits. See, ISKCON is a global family, and we'll be able to get energy, borrow energy from our God brothers in all parts of the world if we all respect the structure. So let us respect the structure, work within the structure, so that the structure can also protect us. The gurus also have the support from the structure. Yes. The gurus have the support from the structure because they get the synergy from other gurus. They get energy from other gurus. The sannyasis also functioning within the structure, they get energy and support from other sannyasis and from all others, from the GBC, so provided they are working in harmony. They are operating within their boundaries. So it is a very beautiful thing to maintain the structure. And the structure was established by Srila Prabhupada himself. So this structure make it possible that everybody gets somebody that they can get support from. We all need support from others. We cannot make it alone. You see? We cannot make it alone. Because we cannot, just as a tree cannot make a forest. We need the energy from other devotees in order to maintain ourselves on the track. So we need each and every one. Yes. If we allow ourselves to wallop in individuality, we can easily be broken, we can get lost, and Maya can drag somebody away. Everybody needs the protection of the structure. And to remain within the protection of the structure, we should all read Srila Prabhupada books regularly. We should represent the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, and also both in philosophy and in behavior. Then we should all follow the regulative principles, and we should all, put our energies together to propagate Krishna consciousness, to give Krishna consciousness to others. In that way, we all collectively can please Srila Prabhupada. This is equifinality. The equifinality is that we are all working hard so that Srila Prabhupada will be pleased with us for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. That's equifinality. So whatever adjustment we need to make in our individual way of thinking, the individual way of activities, in order to promote this unity in diversity, we should do it. And ultimately, Srila Prabhupada will be pleased with us. And if Srila Prabhupada is pleased with us, then our spiritual life is successful. If Srila Prabhupada is pleased with us, our spiritual life is successful. So, okay, so that is it. As a guru, so many people's devotional life is dependent on you. So the guru has to act within the structure so that he can get the guidance and protection from Srila Prabhupada, who established the structure. And by that, he can direct and guide his followers and disciples on the track back home, back together. Then a question may arise. What if a guru abandons the structure? What happens? If a guru decides to abandon the structure, what will happen? Naturally, you can understand what will happen. If a guru abandons the structure, there will be misuse of resources, and there may be fall down also, deviation from the principles. That's why everybody should act within the structure so that our activities can be checked, so that we can be accountable. Trying to live outside of the structure, breaking out of the structure, means one wants to avoid accountability. And a guru who is in good standing should never think of abandoning the structure. You have to live according to the structural regulations and also encourage your disciples to do same. That's one of the things that qualify you as a bona fide guru. A bona fide guru acts within the structure. That means he has a guru. His guru has his guru. And that is guru's guru has his guru. So he's properly connected to the unbroken chain of discipline succession. And here, Srila Prabhupada has created a structure to accommodate all our varieties and unite these varieties all with the denominator called service. So a guru should learn how to function within the structure. He should never try to abandon, because if he abandons the structure without closing eyes, we say that there will be misuse. There could easily be misuse of resources, and also there could be deviation from standard regulatory principles. There could be a fall down. So we should remain, by remaining administratively connected to this structure, the guru's spiritual connection, the guru is also connected to Srila Prabhupada. If a guru is connected to this structure, that means he's also connected to Srila Prabhupada. And to be connected to this Srila Prabhupada is security. Security for a guru means remaining connected to Srila Prabhupada and nothing more. Everyone's video is off. What is happening? Some people are eating, some people are doing other things. They just they off their video so that they can be free to do everything else apart from listening to the class. Why? Because this particular point we are in, this requires interaction, this requires attentiveness, this requires, brainstorming, it requires participation. So why are you offering your videos? To promote impersonalism. We are personalists. And for the fact that we are doing this thing online, we are already within the range of impersonalism. So why should we deepen the impersonalism by putting off our videos? We are personalists. We are personalists. So the Prabhupada is a person and we are all persons. So let us promote personalism rather than impersonalism. Putting on your video is a practice of personalism. Offering your video constitutes impersonalism. Which one is better? It's better to be personal because we are persons. Okay. So the next point I wanted to go into is a little bit, it requires attention also. And if people are getting tired, are you getting tired now? Is that why you are offering your videos? You want to break away to go and concentrate on something? Is that why you are putting up your videos? Or somebody want to eat so that he will not eat late. But what do? These are some critical points. This one requires attention. And okay, let's try to address it as much as we can. Then we can conclude exactly in 20 minutes time or 23 minutes time. Okay, now this is the next question. We said there are two lines of authority. One line is spiritual line of authority. The other one is administrative line of authority. So the spiritual line of authority includes the guru, both Diksha and Siksha, this spiritual line of authority. Then the administrative line of authority means this GBC structure to temple presidents and those who give us daily services. Then we are saying that assuming there is a conflict between the instructions given by the administrative line of authority and the managerial line of authority, what do we do? Differently said, if the guru gives you, your Diksha guru gives you an instruction, and you are functioning in a temple where you are under a temple president, and the temple president gives you a contrary instruction, though not contrary to devotional service, but in terms of engagement, what do you do? An example is this. Like there is a Ratayatra, for instance, in Kenya, and your guru has given his instruction that all his disciples in West Africa should go for that Ratayatra in Kenya. Meanwhile, in your temple, there is lack of manpower. and your temple president needs your services. Maybe you are the cook. You know how to cook best for the deities there. Or you are the pujari. You know how to do the pujari work, and the temple authority rely on you for your consistency in your pujari work. And there are no people, very few people in the temple. So if you leave for the Rathayatra, it's going to be a serious anxiety, to create a serious anxiety to your temple president. Meanwhile, your guru has given instruction that all his disciples should come to Rathayatra in Kenya. What will you do? Your temple president, immediate temple president, does not want you to go to Kenya for Rathayatra because the deities will be abandoned. Will you abandon the deities, neglect the instruction of your temple president, and go to Kenya because your guru has said you should come? What if you go and you want to come back and your temple president says, stay there? Don't come back to this temple. As long as you can disobey my instructions and go. When you know that we are lacking manpower, you have no situational intelligence, you are creating problem for me, I cannot give you instruction, then what is the use? Let your guru engage you wherever he is taking you. If he can just, without consultation, instruct you to go to Rathayatra because you are a disciple, then stay with him, let him give you some engagement elsewhere. You don't need to come to this temple again. Stay there. I want to live with people who can take instructions from me. What will you do if you are that disciple? What will you do if you are that disciple? Dr. Paul, what will you do? Yes. Paul Urwe Mwobe.
In that situation, it's an egg and chicken situation, but there is an instruction from the higher authority of the group. So that instruction has to follow. And if temple president power, you have to have that authority with the temple president, explain the importance of meeting. And,
this network is bad. You are giving very points, but your network is, we are not hearing you clearly.
Okay, let me voice up. So I'm trying to say that the authority, have already a higher authority who has given instruction, and that instruction has to be followed. These goods are the representative of Krishna. So the instruction will be followed, and the temple president, which is the temple, which, if I should, if it is me that I'm serving, the temple president said that I should not go because they lack my power, they lack this and that and that. I should respectfully, not the other way around. Let the temple president know the importance of it in a respectful manner, that to make the temple president reliable, because the authority has been given that I should come. We should follow it. It's my duty to come down to the temple president and explain to him, this is how the thing is, this is how it is. It's not by force, not by fire, this and that. And to make him understand that this is important. I have to go. Not that I cannot forget the deity. They are all part of the worship. They are all part of worship. But respectfully, communicating down to the temple president that please, this is how the thing is supposed to be. If possible, we should make another arrangement to making sure that there are more power on ground. People, we don't have to look for alternatives so that the authority of the ISCOM should be added to. That is what I see to be, because the authority has been given in every organization. There is a rules and regulation governing. We must follow the rules and regulations. We cannot deviate. But just because I cannot, tell me that I should come down low in explaining the president that is telling me that I should not go. They are part of the worship, but respectfully, I should let him know the importance of it, so that I can go
Okay. So,
to the
okay, thank you very
assignment given
much.
to me.
It pains me that the network demon is trying to arrest your voice, but it's coming out cracking. But your point is quite understood. But you know, there are few devotees in the temple. There are very few devotees in the temple, and if the pujari leaves, it's going to be serious anxiety for the temple authority, because the deities will not be properly taken care of, and the deities are not properly taken care of, then the deities will not be pleased and things will not go well. So even though respectfully, you try to explain to the temple president, and the temple president insists that you stay and take care of the deities, because you are going for the theatre, that is good. You will have opportunity to meet with your god brothers, that is good. But will you abandon this duty? Will you abandon this duty? Because if I allow you to do this, other people will do similar things very soon. And before you realize, everybody will say, it is my guru that instruct me. If my guru instruct me to do this, then you minimize the immediate temple authority. Is that healthy? Is that going to be healthy for you? It is generally not healthy for a devotee to disobey his immediate temple authority, because he is the one guiding. The guru, sometimes you don't even see your guru for a whole year. Your Diksha guru, you don't see him for a whole year. Once a year he comes, but all your daily devotional activities are being conducted by your Siksha guru, your temple president. And here is a situation you are going to minimize his instruction because the guru gave such instructions. Meanwhile, you are disciple, you have to follow your guru's instruction also. So, is it okay? Can somebody give an input before we give the final solution? What is the best way to solve this problem?
Okay. Let me take this. Let me come back. I see that because everyone wants to serve somebody. Everybody is servant. So, I should
Leave us alone.
if I should
Demon,
leave
leave us
and
alone.
if there's no manpower. Hello, can you hear me?
Now it's better. Now it's clearer. Okay, carry on now. We can hear you now.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that everybody is a servant to somebody. So the temple president, I am under the temple president. That is how the temple president is also under the guru, like that, continuously. So I cannot disobey the temple president's order. Rather, because if I obey what you said, other people, other devotees will imitate and do the same thing. So it's not encouraging for me to leave because they are shortage of manpower. and they need my service in the temple. So I have to obey. I have to be loyal to the temple president. It is the temple president and that communicate down to the guru. This is what they have at stake. Because you also have an authority ahead him. You have at stakes. We have to manpower here, and that is why this person is not coming like that. There must be a report from one person to the other, from one authority to the other, because everybody is a servant to servant body. So that's like followed respectfully. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've heard you. Dr. Paul of Nkoko, Paul of Wari has said that there should be communication between the authorities, because it's not good to disobey your immediate authority here also, and it's not good to disobey your guru, which is spiritual authority, line of authority. So there should be a communication between the authorities. Then whatever they resolve, we can take to that. What do you think? In your own way, how will you approach it? Dr. Paul of Nkoko.
Okay. I will approach. Yes, in that case, a devotee, and let's take for example that I'm the temple president, and a devotee is under me, and the guru has instructed that the devotee to come, and I'm in that position. I cannot. I will not allow the devotee to go. That will be my take. But the thing is that I will communicate to the higher authority, because as a servant, I'm under somebody, and the higher authority has given instruction. They have to communicate. That matter. This is how it is. So this is how it is. So this is how it is. So this is how it is here. If I don't communicate, if that communication gap is not there, there's going to be. It's as if I don't respect my guru, the one ahead of me. And the same thing to the one below me is going to take that the same initiative. Like that, that is how it goes down to the top. Because everybody has somebody that is loyal to. So if we should follow that chain of authority, I think the organizational structure we are talking about here, we are going to achieve that organizational structure, and we are going to be happy, and please Krishna himself is going to be pleased, and even Prabhupada is going to be pleased that we are following the chain of authority. Let the communication goes down like that. Let it goes down. We are servant. So I'm going to handle it that way also. I will communicate that to the higher authority. This is, so I know this is what you said that we should do. Right now, we are lacking manpower, and I strongly believe that the word authority ahead of me will say, okay, do like this, and I also communicate it down to the lower to the devotee under me. So I think if I should do it that way, there's going to be cooperation, there's going to be growth, and there's going to be, that spiritual upliftment and joy in ISKCON. So that is what I see there, because I cannot just break that line. I cannot break that line. I cannot give that order. Stop, don't go. I have to communicate. I have to write. This is what is on ground, and I believe that they are going to grant it. So that is what I will do. I will not take decision on myself on my own as a temple president, because I have an authority and it has an authority above it. So we are all servants. So that line should go like that. And I know a good result will be communicated down from top to the bottom, to making sure that everything went smoothly without complaining. So that is how I'm going to do it.
Okay. Thank you very much. That it took us serious thinking to be able to grab exactly what you are saying. Not your fault, too. You are explaining a powerful point, but the network, network demons are attacking the voice. They don't want us to hear it clearly. But I think I still grab it somehow. So this is the way forward. The way forward is communication. The temple authority here, the temple president should communicate with the guru, because the individual devotee should tell the temple president to communicate with the guru, so that whatever the two of them resolve, that can be taken as a solution. The temple president will communicate with the guru, and whatever the two of them resolve on, that will be passed down to the disciple, and that will follow whatever the two of them agree on. That means there should be harmonious agreement between the temple president and the guru. That means these two of them should talk. The disciples should stay aside first for the two of them to communicate. Then whatever they resolve on, whatever they conclude on, then they will pass that one down to the disciple. They will communicate to the disciple, then they will follow that one. That is the best way, so that you don't minimize any authority, because the Siksha Guru, the temple president, is very, very important in your spiritual life. And the temple president is actually helping your guru. The two of them are to work in harmony for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. So in that interaction between them, they should be able to trash out why it is important for the disciple to stay, or why it will be more important for the disciple to go. Then they can work out something. In that way, the disciple is safe. He saved himself by leaving the thing for the gurus, to the Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, to trash out. Then whatever the conclusion they come up with, he just accepts it. Then he's safe there. I think that will be the approach. I think that's what you said also, isn't it? Okay, that Dr. Paul is even gone. His network is bad, actually. His network is very bad. So, okay, it's back. Your network is bad, but what I was saying is that the temple president and the guru should communicate. The disciple should give the contact of his guru to the temple president, so that the temple president will communicate with the guru. Then whatever they resolve, whatever conclusion they come to in that mutual discussion, that will be related to the disciple. Then disciple will take that, will follow that conclusive instruction from the two of them. In that way, nobody will feel offended. The guru will not feel offended, the temple president will not feel offended, and the devotee also will be secured. So that is it. Thank you very much. When we come back in our next class, we will start from there. We hope that time the network will be clearer. We revisit it briefly before we go into the next part of the class. So thank you very much. Initially, we talked about the attitude of the guru. First, we talked about the qualities of a disciple. Then we talked about the attitude of the guru in relation to Srila Prabhupada teaching, and also in relation to the organogram of ISKCON, administrative structure of ISKCON. And then we explain the diagram, how each person is accountable to somebody. And Srila Prabhupada is the final authority to whom even the GBCs are accountable. That the gurus should act under the direction of the GBC and follow the instructions of the GBC. That he should also preach to his disciples to follow authorities and GBC instructions. And he should not become independent or autonomous. That everything that comes to the guru actually belongs to ISKCON. And we say what is good about this structure is that everyone is acting under the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. Then we say each one is being watched by everyone. Everyone is accountable to somebody. That is the beauty of the structure. Then we say everyone's needs and values are also being met. They are being taken care of by the structure. So the structure is good. Then we say there are multiple lines of authority, spiritual lines of authority and managerial line of authority. And that both authorities should work together cooperatively. And that the more we work together and render services, the more our impact increases in society. And on the other hand, if we decentralize and do things individually, the less our impact. So this structure is very essential. Then we give the analogy of the broom, that when the broom is in the bundle, it is very easy to achieve everything. It will sweep very cleanly and it will be unbreakable. But if a particular stick is separated from the bundle, even a child can break it and it cannot do anything effectively. It cannot sweep anywhere, only one stick. So this will say that the more we function together collectively under Srila Prabhupada, the more we get synergy. That even the gurus, they get synergistic energy from other gurus. The sannyasis get synergistic energy from other sannyasis. And if the structural boundaries are observed, if they are respected, and we work accordingly, then we get synergistic energy, collective energy from the structure itself. And the structure make it possible that everybody gets somebody that they can get support from. Otherwise, we wallop in individuality, and that is dangerous. And as a guru, so many lives are dependent on him, and therefore he needs to be guided and supported by the structure headed by Srila Prabhupada. And we say, what if a guru choose to go abandon the structure and go individual? We say there is a danger of misuse of resources, because it's a fertile ground for misusing organizational resources. And also, it's a foundation for fall down. Therefore, gurus should be careful to stay within the structural confines headed by Srila Prabhupada. That if we are able to follow, if the guru and everybody is able to remain within the structure, we'll be connected. Connecting to the structure means we are actually connected to Srila Prabhupada. And that will nourish our spiritual life. Then lastly, we say there are administrative line of authority and managerial line of authority. And sometimes the managerial line of authority is represented by the temple president, and the spiritual line of authority is represented by the guru. that the Guru may give instruction that can conflict with the temple president. Actually, the Gurus have to be careful also. A Guru functioning properly in the right attitude will not just come and give instruction like that, knowing fully well that the particular disciple is working under a temple president. So naturally, he should communicate with the temple president. But if somehow or the other, the Guru bypass the temple president and instruct the disciple directly, then the disciple should connect the temple president and the Guru so that the two of them can communicate and resolve it, because the temple president is lacking manpower. He needs the pujari to work in the altar. And the Guru has given instruction that all the disciples should come to the theatre in Kenya or in Warri, Nigeria. So the disciple cannot just abandon the other because the Guru has instructed him to come. If he does that, he's minimizing his immediate temple authority. Because the deities have to be taken care of also. And if he goes like that, that means he has been given the foundation for disobedience. And that means the Guru has not actually done well. He's fanning the fire of disobedience. So such a disciple, the immediate temple authority, temple president can say, don't come back. If you go, just carry your bag and go from there, follow your Guru from there. We are working together. We are trying to assist the Gurus by training you on daily basis. Then the Guru come from somewhere, come and give instruction that will make you to disobey me. And is that okay? It's not okay. So sometimes the Guru should be careful also. They want to give instructions like that. You have to consult with the temple president. Then the two of you talk of the challenges in the temple, manpower challenges. If you take my pujari away, so the deity will not be attended to just because you want to see your disciple. Huh? So it will leave the service and come and see you and see others. So for that, the deities will suffer. You're supposed to consult with me now. Anyway, respectfully say, okay, the two of them will talk. The temple president will respectfully explain the situation of his temple. Then let the Guru take the final decision. Then whatever they resolve, they can tell the disciple, this is what we have resolved. The Guru said, you should go for only 2 days and come back. Or you should stay next time. When the Ratatra comes to this site, then you have opportunity to still see your God brothers. But for now, because of your situation in the temple, you have only few devotees. So you should stay and do your services. I will send you some instructions. Whatever we resolve there, I will let you know. Something like that. They should come to some harmonious points, the Guru and the temple president, so that the disciple stay will not be jeopardized. The temple president will also not feel minimized, and the Guru will also not feel, disobeyed. So this is it. Honestly, the temple president, the Siksha Gurus are doing a lot of work. For the whole year, they are helping you to guide your disciple. Disciple that you don't have time to even come and see. For the whole year, you don't have time to come to West Africa. I am guiding your disciple on a daily basis. And you just come and make things difficult for me by just one instruction. You're supposed to respect me to make your disciple feel that, yes, this person, we appreciate the service he's doing. Actually, we are working together. So there is no question of bypassing him to give direct instruction to your disciple. You should communicate with the temple authority. Then the two of you decide, even without the disciple knowing, before you come and relate to the disciple that I discussed with your Guru, he wants you to go, but this is how it ended. You may go for only 2-3 days. We have agreed on that. Or you should not go next time. The Guru has agreed. Something like that. There are things to be harmonized. It's called unity in diversity. If truly the denominator is service, and it is that service that harmonizes all varieties, and you are here doing the service, and you have to be dislocated because the Guru has given instruction to come and see your disciple. So that seeing the Guru is more important than worshiping the deities here as the author looking at the situation. Anyway, everyone should be conscious and careful, because you cannot become God conscious if you are not conscious first. We have to be conscious of our environment. We have to be conscious of the instructions we give at a particular time. We have to be conscious all the time. It is when you become conscious that you see what Krishna is already doing for you. So gurus are generally very conscious, and they will not want to trample on the integrity and sacrifices that the temple president is making on their behalf. So they should work in harmony. They should talk. They should communicate. They should close the communication gap. Guru should communicate with the temple president. Then the two of them should come to a conclusion and let the disciple know what they have concluded. Then there will be unity in diversity. There will be unity of command first. There will be unity of command. You see? Okay. Having said this, we'll close for today. When we are coming back, we start with this point again to brainstorm, go and meditate on it more. There are so many examples, of this kind of situations. We can use many examples. Resolving conflict between administrative line of authority and spiritual line of authority. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. You cannot swallow us. We are too big. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. We appreciate your consistency. Despite the serious network epilepsy around the world, Dr. Paul Umubunive. Uremuyove. Your name strong, but Paul was able to attend. And the second Paul of Nkoko was also able to attend. So we appreciate.
No, there's one Paul at Nkoko. I'm like that Paul. The one, I don't know where he is.
Krishna.
There are another Paul again. I know, but Isaac is here.
Yeah, Isaac.
Yes. Isaac is here also. But Arisonka was able to stay to. She left before he came back. So when we were doing the last brainstorming, you were not there, but you still managed to come back. So, okay. Alicia was there for some time. She left. Anyway, the attendance was manageable. Thank you very much. See you on Wednesday. Haribo. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
See you on Wednesday. This topic is this IDC course is very relevant. And you are not going to be seen as a new person. You'll be abreast with all basic things. So that when you are taking your guru, selecting your guru, you know why you are selecting your guru. And you know how much energy you need to put in order to please the guru. The gravity of taking a spiritual master. So know it. You should appreciate in proportion to how much you value that kind of connection. Hare Krishna. It's come from the Charles La Hesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai.
Jai.
Go.
Jai.